You guy, what a way to kick off the Freaky Friday evening at exactly 14 minutes after 7. My name is Kevin, and this is After Hours on Spice. Karibu sana, guys. Grab a seat and enjoy the vibes with me. Remember, we're here back at 10 p.m. Awesome vibes, good music, you and I hanging out. Just doing what we do best. You know what I mean? Chilling over here on After Hours, So the one thing I want you to do for me is please let me know what's happening on the roads real quick. You can use that hashtag After Hours on Spice. If you want to, you can also call me up. The phone lines are open on 0719012600. And yeah, that's pretty much the situation. And you know what? If you want to find me on the frequency, I'm there very, very frequently. Right here in Nairobi, it's 94.4. You are headed to Mombasa. Keep up with these vibes on 87.9. And Eldoret, it's 96.7. I was so happy to see DJ Abstract. That's the one, the only Mubaba with the papas. Good stuff. DJ Abstract. That's my guy right there. Shout outs to the OG, manze. Sawa. Let's kick it off right now. So for real, come see me. Alafu, you know what they say. Saturday is a rugby day. And tomorrow, Enterprise Cup is going down. I am so excited. Don't let me down. We'll talk about that in just a bit. I'll give you guys a rundown of some of the games going down tomorrow. Tonikazi, good evening. 23 minutes after 7. What's up, man? My name is Kev, and this is After Hours on Spice, on your home of sugar, spice, and everything nice. Secret Rendezvous with Karen White is on the way. So right now, it's all about the After Hours kickoff. And you guys, tomorrow, there's so many games going down. Saturday is a rugby day, like we usually say. So we're going to kick off with matters Enterprise Cup. So remember, Enterprise Cup is East Africa affairs. Basically, okay, just UG and Kenya, right? And you get this tournament is so dope. I love it. So it kicks off. It actually kicked off last weekend, and it's pretty much like it starts off on the quarterfinals. And last weekend, Mazeli kwa fire bana. So. Cabras, Sugar, and Menengai Oilers are going to be meeting in the semi-finals. Yeah, so that's basically a repeat of last year's final. Alafu Black Pirates from Uganda are going to be versing nondescripts right here from the 254. And let's be real, bana. If you watched the game, Cabras are looking ruthless. Walichapa Cobs. Is it Cobs? Yeah, 60. Was it 60-19? Yeah, and then Oilers also looking very hungry. They chap at Buffaloes as well. 60, was it 60-15, I believe? Yeah, Pirates already proved they can shock, and Nondis are quietly very, very efficient. No easy games from here. Of course, this is where reputation matters. Either we confirm when him normal, you guys are crazy, I'm go down. It was a fluke for you to be there. But I just want to shout out all the teams that have so far participated in the Enterprise Cup quarterfinals, and now, of course, we're in the semis, like I said. Good stuff. Awesome show of rugby, and we're very happy listen, I'm excited about the future. We're happy. Good stuff. Tomorrow, bana, my hands, I don't know, bana, bro. Like, okay, I'll say all Kenyan teams good luck. Especially Nondis, please. Pirates really messed me up. I cannot believe they chap at my team. Nondis embarrassed those guys. Lazima wase wajue sisi ni wa Kenya manze. So tomorrow there's also going to be the HSBC Sevens Division 2 games going down in Brazil, and Shuja will be on duty. We're going to be versing Germany at exactly 4:06 p.m. and then tunaenda kucheza na Belgium at 6:30 p.m. and then we'll wrap up Saturday's games with Canada at exactly 9:18. Right, and then on Sunday we will play USA at 4:28 p.m. and then we'll wrap up with Uruguay at 7:36 p.m. What we need to do, because right now we have 32 points, pretty much we just need to finish at position 3. Yeah, we need to make sure we come third. Listen, we believe in the boys. I'm sure this one is good. It's not going to be easy. But I am very, very certain that they will get the job done. Sawa, alafu jana manze, you guy, I was amazed. So yesterday, there was a couple of friendlies. But the game that stood out for me was France and Brazil. So we're talking football. There's a guy called Mbappe. I told Roba, make sure you check Mbappe's goal. Wala. Somehow, anytime Mbappe plays for France, kwanza now the guys are preparing for the World Cup, this guy just switches on. He scored a crazy goal. It was a chip. And I'm just like, what? Even Ekitike killed it. Ekitike also, he chipped the ball. His was mostly like a volley. But by the way, France got a red card. And how they chappered Brazil with 10 men, I don't know. Brazil, let me tell you, somehow you're going to have to make it happen and call your former captain. Neymar has to be on that squad because as far as I'm concerned, Brazil are still not convincing. But you see, they still have enough time, and I think this was the ultimate test for them. They're going to go back to the drawing board, and they have a very good coach in Ancelotti. Yeah, so this evening at exactly 7 p.m., the game kicked off. That's Kenya and Estonia. That's a friendly, Kenya-Estonia. And I don't know, right now I'm going to try and keep you guys posted on what's going down on the field. Yeah, but the game kicked off at 7. It's a friendly. And then another game I'm looking forward to is England and Uruguay. It's going to kick off at exactly 10:45. So that's pretty much what's going down. I've just given you a rundown of some of the top games happening in sports. What are your predictions if you're going to be watching Enterprise Cup? Kenya, Estonia, what do you think? I believe that's going to be a good test for Kenya as well. So let's keep it moving. Right now, Karen White, Rendezvous, Twendekazi, Secret Rendezvous actually. It's 7:36. My name is Kevin and this is your home of Sugar Spice and everything nice. Scarface, Jay-Z and Benny Siegel are on the way with Guess Who's Back. So right now, hey, man, any ODM. Okay, first of all, shout out to ODM, especially the Linda Ground faction. Linda Monanchi, you guys also did your thing. Like in this ODM, the chaos is just too much. And now, I remember the other day, what's his name? Juneta alikuwa anasema, the media, you guys need to be objective. You're giving ODM a bad look. But I'm just like, fam, the division within ODM is what's messing up the energy. You know what I mean, yeah? So, today, however, was a very important day for Linda Ground. In a show of structure and numbers, Oburu Odinga was formally ratified as party leader, stepping into the space long occupied by the one and only Raila Odinga. And around him, the machine, they say, was tightened. Deputies Simba Arati and Abdul Samad Nasir retained, new officials brought in, and a clear message was sent to Kenyans out there, including ODM members. ODM is choosing order, structure, and majority rule. Yeah. So now, at the same time, by the way, just across the city, at Ufungamano House, another ODM was taking shape. So that one was led by Edwin Sifuna and of course Babu Wino, James Orengo was also over there. And our say walikuwa na reject the legitimacy of what was happening in Jamhuri. And to them, walikuwa nasema the process was faulty. Yeah, it was illegal. That NDC was illegal, basically. Yeah, so ODM, very, very divided. Listen, this is a party that we've all admired in one way or the other. ODM is a party that fights for social justice. And right now, the fact that they are very, very much divided is a bad look. Now, at Jamhuri, during the NDC, the message from Oburu Odinga, the party leader, was very calm but firm. Alisema, this is a democratic party and democracy means the majority decides. He also confirmed that he told Winnie, hakutakuwa na expulsions, no chaos. However, he will not allow indiscipline within the party. He said there will be no room for leaders to publicly fight decisions made inside party organs. Obviously, he was referring to Sifuna. Alisema, if you disagree, prove your strength kama uko na numbers within the system, not outside it. And I guess that's where I agree with the party leader Oburu Odinga. For me, listen, I have my own reservations. I know people out there excited about Sifuna Nation, but I feel like there's ways to go about certain things. Yeah, if you have disagreements, ODM, because you see, they pride themselves in being a democratic party, wakuna structure. So if you don't agree with certain things, first of all, use the party structure. Yeah, use the mechanisms that are there to try and address these things. Ikikata is when you can go another route. But sasa for Sifuna, hey bana. Anyway, meanwhile, at Ufungamano side, they say, they were saying apparently you can't preach democracy while bypassing its processes. And to them, legitimacy isn't just about numbers in a meeting. It's about how the meeting is actually called, who calls it, and who recognizes it. Yeah, so you remember even Sifuna alikuwa anasema he can never be SG for Oburu Odinga, and he used some very despicable terms. You know what I mean, yeah? So I'll just say one thing, guys. Unajua, one thing I've realized about Kenya is we're very conservative. I know people can be very extremist out there. People have opinions out there these days, especially, right? But chini ya maji, yeah, at the core of it all, Kenyans are very conservative. And you get the feeling right now that especially guys who once admired Sifuna, maybe they still do. But the way Sifuna was trashing Oburu and saying, I can never be a SG of SG, what. Hey, bana. You know, me, I just felt like Sifuna, bana. You guy, your arrogance, ukona, ego, guys, wala la la la. As in, bro, the guy was literally trashing an old man like that. I'm just like, first of all, Oburu is very calm and collected. But the way Sifuna is going about his rebellious nature, yani, you know, this whole thing for Linda Monanchi, to me, just seems a bit, I don't know, man. It's not pleasing to the eye. Yeah. And by there, I've been watching guys talking online. I mean, you know, some conversations here and there. Some Kenyans are saying, okay, Sifuna, tunakufeel, nini. I know you're not feeling Oburu, nini. But you're stretching it. You know, the way you're expressing some of these things, kuna kama dharau fulani that's just not, it's not leader-like. You get, yeah? So, listen, when all is said and done, whatever Sifuna is doing is very populist. It's neither here nor there. At some point, he's going to have to decide. Either you're going to have to toe the line, or you leave the party. You get me? But that one I agree with the leaders of ODM. Skiza, Sifuna, I know, okay, we get it, tumejam. Yeah, because you see, Mara, I'm reading on the media, they're saying, oh, Sifuna anasema hata toka ODM nini. It's very confusing what's going down, yeah? And even, what's the purpose of Linda Mwananchi then? Is this just populist manenos? Are you just trying to excite Kenyans, trying to cause chaos? Yeah, but you really don't have a purpose behind this thing? Are you telling us you're not even thinking of being on the ballot? Then if that's the case, stop wasting your time. Where would the ODM and find a way of working with your leaders over there? Ama, toka ODM, start your own party. But as it stands right now, if Linda Monanchi will not materialize into a full-out political party with its own structures, then you guys go for the house on the hill, it's a waste of time. I'm telling you, by the way. Me, I'm like, this show, we keep it real. Yeah, we're not, we can speculate however we want. This is my opinion. I think, I don't like Sifuna's energy. I don't like how he's speaking at, it seems like he has a weird demeanor. It's like he's looking down on Oburu. I don't like it. You know, it just feels off. Yeah. But guys of Linda Monanchi now need to tell us what's next. Are you gonna be on the ballot? Ama, this is just vibes. So, we're coming back with more stories. Njerai, it's a Friday, man. So let's talk about Kenyan art. Njerai, yeah, one of my faves. Some Kenyans don't really appreciate their artists enough. International audiences are more loving, energetic, and good timekeepers. We'll touch on that. So it's 10 minutes to 8. My name is Kevin, and this is your home of sugar, spice, and everything nice. Hope your Friday is all right wherever you are. Let me know, by the way. Let me know what's crack-lacking in your area. Represent your area code on that hashtag after hours on Spice. Kenny Latimo is coming through in a bit. It's called Weekend. That one is going out to the one, the only, Sarah Sash. Don't miss out on that jam. Right now, speaking of jam, here, Njerai, my fave. Amesema, you Kenyans just don't appreciate your artists. Mko down. And by then there's another time, nilicheki, what's his name? Big Ted. Yeah, Big Ted was on a podcast, akasema, unajua by the way, wa Kenya, atupenange maceleb. We have a weird relationship with celebs. Is that true, guys? Yeah? Do you think Kenyans don't like their celebs? Yeah, and just like Njerai said, we don't really appreciate our artists enough. She was on a podcast. And akasema, international audiences are more loving, energetic, and good timekeepers. Hapo kwa timekeepers, I sort of agree. But I think Njerai is coming from a very real place, an honest place. Yeah, and it's something that many artists feel. Maybe they have hosted artists, several, for very many years. Yeah, and it's the same thing, bro. Yeah, it's the same narrative I get out there, yeah, from these guys. Kenyans are very slow to support their own, yeah, we like international acts, foreign acts, whatever. Yeah, nalikuwa nasema, performing abroad opened her eyes. The difference wasn't even at the big things. It was the basics. People show up on time, they know the songs, and they can sing along. Yeah, they're fully there. Wako present, yani. You know what I mean? Paka when you're performing on stage, you feel like there's an engagement going on, yani. There's an energy, right? Yeah, you feel the love without having to fight for it. God, Lord. Yeah, and then you come back to Nairobi. Sometimes the crowd feels off. Wase wako drinks. Guys are just out there on their own little my vibes, right? Guys are seated, some are quiet, guys are on their phones. It's almost as if you have to earn their energy fast. You get, and let me tell you, as an artist by there, it can mess with your head. Because you see, you want to be on an element. Like you're supposed to be vibing. You know what I mean? You're supposed to feel the love. You know, the relationship is going down. Like people are appreciating you. You're not supposed to be a try-hard on stage. Like you're forcing... You're forcing this relationship to work. You know what I mean? Njira, Alafaka uliza a very simple question. If you come to a show, why can't you just be present? Yeah, why are you so distracted? So I feel like she's not even attacking Kenyans. I think it's a reality by the way. Yeah, sometimes it almost feels like for Kenyan fans, you must prove yourself first, and then maybe they'll support you. But when you're out there, they support you first, and then they grow with you. You get that changes everything for an artist. Let me tell you, yeah. Even radio is like an art in a way, yeah. Because you know, we keep on sharing story. It's like a storytelling thing, yeah. Now, if you support an artist, yeah, it's almost as if you're encouraging him to keep on being at his best version, and he's gonna keep on giving you good art. You understand? Yeah. If the crowd gives energy, then the artists give more. Like in it right now, bro. Like if there's a crowd that is very hard to please, I think it's Kenyans. However, I have to point out one thing: the Gen Zs, man, you guys, Gen Zs love their people. I think there's certain artists that are very popular in Kenya. You know, we're talking Bien, Kodong Clan, you know, Ben Soul guys. I mean, all these are guys. I mean, there's a bunch of them. A couple, not a bunch, a couple. But most of them, it's very hard to please Kenyans. Let me put it like that. So when we come back, we'll talk about artists and the amazing initiative that they have for Kenyans. Voter registration awareness event in Tuko Kadi. There's a concert that's going to be going down on the 3rd of May at Uhuru Park featuring top Kenyan artists. Don't miss out on it right now. This one is going out to the one and only Sarah Sash Weekend, Kenny Latimore. And right now it's 2 minutes to Sambili. I've got some foursome, Jodarank, Lil Wayne and Twins with ultimate collaboration. And you guys, there's a collaboration going down courtesy of Kenyan artists, and I am so happy, very, very proud of this very amazing initiative. Yeah, so it's more than just a concert. It's a moment, right? So now, like I said, on the 3rd of May at Uhuru Park, some of Kenya's biggest names, we're talking Bien, Nameless, Jua Kali, Octopizzo. You know, I saw my boy Okelo Max. Yeah? Who else? Kina Benso. Man, Name them all. Yeah, your favorite stars. Yeah, they're going to be headlining the Tuko Kadi concert, and it's organized by this very amazing brother as well, Eric Omondi. It's an all-day vibe from 8 a.m. paka 6 p.m., packed with performances from across the country. So on the surface, yeah, it's a big music event. But Chinamaji, there's a bigger play going on. The concert is tied to this civic engagement. It's all about #Nico Kadi movement. You get. And they're saying, I mean, you guys obviously know that this conversation started online, especially on TikTok, pushing the idea is to push young people, young Kenyans to register as voters. Now, what are your thoughts? What's your vibe like when you scare this Toro? Yeah, what goes on through your mind? Yeah, because I'm just thinking. You see, just the other day we had some guy from IBC alikuwa anasema, you know, the problem is young Kenyans are not excited about registering as voters. I'm like, where? Stop that narrative. You see what I mean, yeah? Yeah, because now people are going to start thinking otherwise. You know, you're pushing an agenda over here. Let me be real. Right now is not the time to start saying how young Kenyans are not registering as voters. Right now is the time to encourage everyone. All hands on deck. You know what? Guys, get out there and make sure you get your voter's card. You understand? Yeah, because I feel like it's a moment in time, Manzi. Listen, you know, we talked about whatever went down in Nepal. You get, their prime minister is a 35-year-old former rapper. I'm not saying we need to have a rapper. In fact, I'm tired of celebs getting into politics. Yeah, guys like in a Jalas. Sikubaya, all love Jalas. But my point is, we just need to get in the right people once and for all, man. Enough is enough. You get? Yeah, man. As in, at what point are we going to just, you know, make some changes? See, we keep on talking about how this is a revolutionary phase we're in. Matter we're transitioning to some other SG, whatever. Yeah, then let's make it happen. Yeah, Tukona numbers. The youth out there, you know, we keep on talking a big game on social media. Let's make it count on election day. You get? Make sure you have not missed out, by the way, because I have a feeling this time around, I don't know, I just feel like it's going to be historical. I don't know, I have my gut instinct tells me whatever's going to go down next year, August, will be one for the books. So shout outs to Eric Omondi. What a brother, so philanthropic. He's excited about, he's a patriot, let me just say that. Smart guy. And of course, the other thing is, I feel like the idea of roping in artists, giving this whole engagement a vibe, the community feeling nini, it's going to create a massive attention. Like I said earlier, our Gen Zs especially, they like their artists. So I think when you see Kodonklan, when you see guys like Ben Sol and BN encouraging guys to get out there and vote, I think there's going to be a sense of urgency for the younger Kenyans. So, Eriko, bro, good stuff. Once I need to talk to Eric, I need to bring him through over here, try and make sense of this amazing initiative that he's done. So this hour, of course, now we're in the second hour of the show. I'm going to hook you up with some dope jams, some pop music, some rap music as well. On Blast is coming through, and more stories on Cruise the Internet. Right now, it's 2 minutes after 8. Let's keep it moving. It's 16 minutes after 8. How you doing? And it's a freaking Friday, right? Yeah, the energy is just amazing. My name is Kevin, and this is After Hours on Spice. It's across the country. I've got some One Republic. It's called Future Looks Good. Also, Sean Kingston is coming through later on with Why You Wanna Go. But let's get real right now, guys. It's all about On Blast, right? Now, they say you're not gorgeous if it stops at your face. Yeah. I know. It's a very sensitive conversation, but we might as well make sense of it. Turns out you aren't really gorgeous if it just stops on your face. It's gotten to that time, man. It's gotten to that era where now we need to start literally defining what gorgeous means. Is it really head to toe? Is that all that matters? Yeah? Ama the face card is enough. What's gorgeous, by the way? Are we talking head to toe? Ama the face only matters. Yeah, because nowadays, mazeme cheeky guys out here, especially both guys and chicks, you're forcing issues on the filters, the face card, making sure you have the perfect face on social media. But what about the rest of the body? No, let's be real. And before you start getting sensitive, yeah, one thing you need to understand is I'm not judging folks. I'm not talking about perfection. I'm talking about completeness. What does gorgeous actually mean? Your face, Ama, you gotta be complete. And listen, guys, it's not a vanity story over here at looks just to achieve something. I'm talking total completeness. Your personality is good. Yeah. You've been eating healthy because it shows, by the way. Yeah. You work out in one way or the other, whether you go for those long walks. Yeah, you do the gym work. Yeah, and your face is all right. You're looking healthy. Yeah, you're looking healthy. Yeah, the skin, whatever you used to work on your skin is looking good, right? To me, that's what matters. Because I know right now many women are gonna start getting onto my comment section over here and saying, "Who's that guy over there?" I know. But listen, before you start getting salty, before you start wilding, yeah, just understand that's the same way you judge most guys out here. I kid you not. When a woman spots a guy, a potential bae, whether we're out there at the bar, whatever, man, in any social setting, chances are you're not going to look at this guy's face only. You're going to look at how he dresses. Yeah, you're going to judge how, he speaks. You're going to judge the extras like his cologne. Yeah, whether he's got a car. Can you imagine? Yeah. Whether he works out. Nowadays, it's tall, dark, and handsome. See, that's what they say. So it's not just about the face. So maybe that's what gorgeous is also about when we're talking from a woman's perspective. Yeah, maybe it's the head to toe and not just the face cut. Nah. See, we said we're keeping it real. That's what it's about, yeah? That's what it's about. Because most people are going to start being petty out here and saying, no, Kevin, it's never like that. I'm telling you, bro. Being complete has to sound as it is. Completeness. Gorgeousness is head to toe. We have to equate this conversation. The same way you're going to judge guys out there, ladies, is the same way us guys are also going to define gorgeous. Same energy. head to toe. You're not getting a pass because you have a pretty face, but you didn't do the work for the rest of your body. 20 minutes after 8, it's a Freaky Friday vibes, man. Don't get it twisted. Right now, One Republic. What's up, Nairobi, Kenya, Africa, and the world? This is Kev, your local energy provider, and it's a Freaky Friday. You guys are just having an awesome time. Conversations, good music. You and I, the energy is dope. Yeah, you can tell. We're having a good time on social media. Keep on engaging with me. Right now, we are on blast. And you know one thing I figured? It's so easy calling someone weak when life hasn't even tested you yet. You know what I mean, yeah? Yeah, you're having an awesome time. Everything is good. Your people are still alive. Yeah. You come from a wealthy family. Your relationship is making sense. You know, you're very healthy. Yeah, your physical is good. You know, you're aging just right. And now because of that, you live life with a smile. You're probably around your friends who are going through stuff, and now you're there calling them names. You're like, yo, Bana, step up. If I were you, man, I would never leave that relationship. You know, keep it moving. So it's interesting because whenever people, you know, complain about being in a toxic relationship, some of their friends, some of us, you know, we keep on making fun of them. You know, we're like, Bana, yo, let me tell you, you guys, stop being so soft, man. Kwani, that chick is too tough for you. Yeah? Nini. You start ridiculing them. Yeah? It's like you're judging their situation. Yeah? Another example, in a workplace. Yeah? Your boy is there complaining how they're working for a toxic boss, man. Yeah? Kazi ni mingi sana, akienda nyumbani maze, he can't even sleep. He's just thinking about the following day. He has a sense of insecurity because he's just thinking any time this guy can even lose out on he can probably get fired. He can lose out on the job. Yeah, but guess what you do? You judge your friend. You know, you're saying he's too weak. You're saying he's not good enough. He needs to step up. You're the first one to give this guy advice. Yeah, you're calling him weak because life has not really tested you yet. I keep on saying, at some point in your life, you need to make sure that you have the right friends around you because they can lead you astray, man. Yeah? People tell you all these other things, yeah, but yet they haven't gone through life for real. Yeah? Life, it's easy for them yet. For now, sorry. Yeah? And so because of that, they really have no business giving you advice. It's crazy. Yeah? You never know what people are going through out here. Especially now, it being a Friday. Yeah, some of your friends are out there guzzling drinks, dangerous, man. Say, but you're laughing at them. You're saying, this guy is just some levy, but you don't know what's going on in his mind. You don't know why he dreads going back home. This guy is just thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be with my wife the whole weekend. Or this, because it goes both ways. Like I always say, by the way, we need to have a balanced conversation. This chick somehow, you know, it's 8 p.m. She hasn't even gone to the house yet. You know, she still has Masut or whatever going on. They're taking shots in the club. You're wondering, Kwani, she's not married. Yeah, Kwani, she doesn't have a place to go. Yeah, can she go home and change? But she dreads going back home because of her toxic husband. And yet, you're out there judging her. So what's the moral of the story? Yeah? Quit judging people. It's easy to call people weak. It's easy to laugh at people. It's easy to judge people out here when life really hasn't tested you yet. You get. So be empathetic. Relax. Don't say too much. Everyone is going through stuff, especially in Kenya. Man, you guys are living through some interesting times right now, yeah? Better be your brother's keeper. So it's 8:33. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, so it's 20 minutes to 9. Lato is coming through with lottery. And by the way, she's pregnant. Yeah, you know she's been dating 21 Savage. So congrats. Shout outs to Lato. Electric Love is also on the way. That's by Bones. And right now, let's talk transgenders. So the headline of this story on Cruise the Internet is about transgender women athletes banned from competing in women's category at the Olympics, a new eligibility policy. Now, the big news from the Olympic world, the International Olympic Committee has banned transgender women from competing in the women's category at the Games, starting with LA in 2028. Yeah, now this isn't coming out of nowhere. The IOC Apparently, they spent over a decade debating how to balance inclusion with fair competition, looking at science, performance, and precedent across federations. Now, their conclusion was that athletes who've gone through male puberty may retain advantages that can't be fully leveled, so the women's category needs clear rules. You get? Yeah, so I've seen I've actually watched a bunch of documentaries. I've seen situations where, for example, a transgender, a guy who basically is now a chick, so competes in a female sport, and they always come out on top. And just creates, because I saw, earlier this year, there was a lady in the UK. So she's a transgender and she's a bodybuilder. In fact, she's a power lifter. She was so strong. Parker guys were like, nah, this can't be it. So the lady who came in second, somehow she had, I don't know how she got the information that this mama was a transgender, and it caused a lot of chaos. She went and complained. The judges looked at the whole situation, and then eventually they reversed her win, and they awarded it to the lady who came in second. So in situations like that, and there's many examples I can give you right now, because many women in some of these competitions just feel like, it's not fair, because you grew up basically a dude. You've gone through puberty as a guy. So naturally, your genetics are for a guy. So how are you going to compete with us guys? Us women. You know what I mean, So, more details. They're saying the update also affects athletes with differences in sex development. That's DSD. They too are excluded from female events. Guys like ladies like in Semenya. Is it Semenya or Semenya? Yeah, from South Africa. Now, according to the IOC, the move is about consistency, fairness, and addressing concerns raised by stakeholders across sports. Yeah, so listen, I'm going to say something kidogo nuance. You're allowed to actually, to debate if you want to. I'm open to you calling me up. Let's have a conversation. Yeah, but I feel like the sports world is finally regaining some senses. So this is generally, it's not even about exclusion for the sake of it. I think it's just about fairness at the highest level. You're not gonna, go through a stage, puberty, because that's the transition now where you're fully, like your body is now developing into like becoming a proper man, for example. And then now you transition and become a woman, and then you're gonna tell us you're going to compete with women, and you think that's fair? You think we will treat that as fairness? It can't be. Yeah, so when natural biological differences give some athletes a measurable advantage, rules actually have to reflect that. Yeah, like I said, it's gonna spark debate across the board, no doubt about that. But at the end of the day, fairness cannot be optional. And I know there are many transgenders who are looking to participate at the Olympics in 2028. Obviously, they're going to feel bad about this ruling. But like I said, listen, sports has to be fair. It's just about ethics. Yeah, so let's keep it moving. Lottery, Lato, and Lukala Twendikazi. It's 9 minutes to 8. A very good evening on a Freaky Friday. My name is Kevin. This is After Hours on Spice. I've got some Sean Kingston with a good jam called Why You Wanna Go. But you guy, there's a story that has cracked me up on the internet, man. I'm just like, wow. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how justice is served. If you cannot rely on the popos, then you make it happen by yourself, especially if you're an artist. Now, you remember this artist over here. Man was such a legend, yeah? So now, Afroman, whose real name is Joseph Foreman, went through an interesting situation. So he won a huge freedom of speech victory after 7 sheriff deputies who tried to sue him for mocking them online. Now here's the story. In 2022, these popos, the deputies, actually raided his house, during a drug and kidnapping probe, but no charges came off it. You understand? So now Afroman responded by making viral jams, manze, and videos, crazy jams, baby. He was dissing all these guys who, of course, went in and, stormed into his house, and made him look so ridiculous. So he captured the whole situation on CCTV. And the footage is what he used to make the videos of the jams mocking the guys. So the songs included a lemon pound cake inspired by a deputy eyeing a cake in his kitchen. Literally. and tracks with other personal jabs, a couple of other tracks. Now, these folks, the sheriffs, actually sued Afroman for defamation, and they were seeking a 3.9 million shillings in damages, claiming humiliation, ridicule, and mental distress, including one officer saying their child was teased at school. Now, if you watch the whole trial, by the way, you can catch it on YouTube. Yeah, there's a wife of because in one of the tracks, where Afroman was dissing these deputies, there's a part where he mentions how he slept with one of the deputies' wives. Obviously, he was just joking. But you get in the trial, the mama is there now crying. She's there like, oh my God, my husband didn't believe me when I told him I didn't actually sleep with Afroman. She's literally crying, going hard, bana. Paka, you get the judge is like, okay, fine, you don't have to cry that much. So. They say after a 3-day trial in Ohio, the jury sided with Afroman. And the court, outside the court, Afroman can be spotted yelling, "We did it, America, freedom of speech." Yeah, he even testified in a red, white, and blue US flag suit, arguing the raid was the root cause of the whole situation. And his lawyer stressed that public officials cannot silence criticism just because it stings, just because it hurts. Yeah, so I'll tell you what, man. Skiza, and I think this one by there, this is what we should do also in Kenya. If popos bully you, so they're trying to break into your house, they're trying to ask for a bribe, you get on the road, you get just make a track. First of all, record them, and then use that footage on your track, and then diss the hell out of this guy. You know what I mean? Like Afroman. Yeah, but anyway, in this situation, listen, how you gonna try and sue this guy? Yeah, actually just because he dissed you on his track. Yeah, first of all, that's freedom of speech, man. You know what I mean? And Afroman literally said, listen, I wasn't going to diss you guys if you never came to my house and started misbehaving. You broke into my house. Yeah, there's one deputy who went to the kitchen, trying to have some cakes. Yeah, so by the way, the numbers are crazy for the videos on YouTube. So that track, Lemon Pound Cake, right now has 3.6 million views. And there's another one called Will You Help Me Repair My Door? Because remember, they broken into the house. Yeah, that one has got 9 million plus views, and that's good stuff, man. So I'm really happy for Afroman. Like he's a G. If you're a millennial, you know very well that we loved Afroman, and listen, he's just a funny chap, man. Shout out to Afroman. So Sean Kingston, why do you want to go in the next hour? More stories. We will have the Grey Zone and the Big White. It's 11 minutes after 9. What's up, man? What's up? This is Kev, your local energy provider. I've got some Chaka Khan with love you all my lifetime. So right now it's all about the Grey Zone. And it's interesting because they say only 11% of women are comfortable with early compliments in dating. Too much, too soon feels like a red flag. So one of those folks who when you meet when you finally hooked up with a really amazing babe, yeah, and then now you think just by complimenting her will make the situation good for you. Like she'll probably be into you as well. You think she really likes it. Into her, oh my God, man, your body is really good. What? Oh my God, this food. Hey, imagine it reminds me of my mom. Wow, tamu kabisa, tamu sana. Yeah, you start telling this babe how she looks too young. She doesn't even look like her age. You know what I mean, bro? You're annoying her. Stop it. So they say early compliments might seem harmless, but timing matters more than people think. According to dating behavior research and surveys from platforms like Bumble and Hinge, a large portion of women report feeling uncomfortable with intense or overly personal compliments too early in dating. I mean, it's just been 2 weeks now? Yeah. In fact, studies suggest only a small percentage, around 1 to 10, view early compliments positively, while many interpret them as insincere, performative, or even a red flag. Yeah, you're just playing a role. You know what I mean? And it's just strange. By the way, even for chicks, if you've met some mama over there and then she starts telling you how you're such a boss. Oh my God, you're so strong. Dude, and it's just a week of dating. Isn't it a bit too much? Just us guys, we like we like compliments. You know what I mean? But let me tell you, for real, extraordinary dudes out here, high status men, nah, man, they're also gonna feel kind of weird when you're all up on their case talking about how his house is so good. You know, you can picture yourself living in his space. You see yourself, you know, making a home out of his apartment. We are just stories, manze. You know what I mean? Yeah. Stop talking. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. She's just gonna come off as a. I'm trying to find a polite word. Cheap. Yeah, let me just say that if she keeps on complimenting you too soon, too fast, it comes off as cheap and desperate. It's like she's never been with a guy like you, and that's a red flag. So it's 14 minutes after 9. Let's keep it moving. Chaka Khan. Well, it's all about the big why. Yeah, and the question is, hold on, there you go. Why is success in Kenya often measured by what you display and not what you build? Yeah? Status symbols, isn't it? Yeah? So why is success in Kenya often measured by what you display but not really what you build? You know what? You enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm going to see you again on Monday right here on your home of sugar, spice, and everything nice. Remember, the show is After Hours on Spice. And like they say, Saturday is a rugby day, so we're hoping for a win. Nondis versus Pirates, and of course, Cabras versus Menengai Oilers. Literally, I can't wait for that one. Guys, enjoy your time. Stay safe and peace.